International Baccalaureate, or better known as the IB, is filled with acronyms. So in this video, we're going to dive into the main ones so you can better understand the acronyms of the IB. The three main pillars of IB acronyms are PYP, MYP, and the DP. The PYP stands for the Primary Years Program, which is equivalent to education from grades 1 to 5. Then you have the MYP, which stands for the Middle Years Program, which are grades 6 to 10. And finally, to end it all off, you have the DP, which stands for the Diploma Program, which is the final 2 years of school, that is grades 11 and 12. Under the MYP umbrella, you have two main acronyms called ATL and PP. ATL stands for Approaches to Learning. This is basically a set of skills and strategies that can be used and developed by students to learn how to learn. For example, these are thinking skills, research skills, communication skills. Then you have the PP, which is the personal project. This is a requirement for any MYP certificate where a student can choose any topic of their liking to either create a product or achieve an outcome. And this can be either tangible or intangible. You can create a surfboard, you can make a website, anything. But you have to work on this for a whole academic year from grade 9 to grade 10. This project itself must be accompanied by a written report and a reflection of the process, and the entire class, once they finish the personal project in grade 10, holds typically a personal project exhibition where they showcase their projects to other teachers, parents, and those in the rest of the MYP. The PP is marked internally within the school, and then all of the scores are taken and shared to the IB. And finally, the diploma program, or the DP, is riddled with acronyms. So here are the core ones. The three main pillars of the DP, except for their classes, are called EE, CAS or CAS, and TOK. The EE stands for the extended essay, which is a 4,000-word research paper written by a DP candidate where each student chooses a topic of their liking, which can fall under any subject category that the IB offers, and they don't have to specifically take that subject in the DP program. For example, you can pick social and cultural anthropology as the subject and pick a topic in that subject, even though you completely don't study it in the DP program. But that is also in the direction of your DP coordinator if they allow you or not. My school personally allowed me to do that. When writing your EE, you are supervised by a teacher at your school, preferably someone who has an understanding or an expertise in that subject, and it is later on marked. The CAS stands for Creativity, Activity, and Service. This is a requirement for DP students where they conduct personal learning and have experiences outside of the classroom out of their own discretion. This is done in the first 18 months of the DP program, so starting from when you start the DP all the way through your breaks until 18 months down the line. You explore areas of creativity, activity, and service through making goals, reflecting, and documenting the process. You can do some things individually, you can collaborate on others, it's all up to your discretion as long as you've made all the criteria and fill all the targets and requirements. And finally, TOK, or the Theory of Knowledge. This is also a requirement for DP students where students reflect on how they know what they know. This is basically a 7th subject. This is not optional if you want to be a fully certified DP student. This subject aims to highlight that all the fields of knowledge are related. There are actually 2 assessments for this subject. Both of them are essay-based rather than sitting down on a final exam like the other 6 subjects you take in the DP. Then you have what is called IAs, or internal assessments. These can take the form of anything depending on the subject. It can be essays, it can be experiments, projects, or many more. And IAs are graded by your own teacher, and then some of the IAs from your batch are selected randomly and given to the IB plus their grades, so the IB can moderate to ensure that it is being graded appropriately. For example, if you take the sciences, the IA is usually a science experiment. If you take the language, when you take the languages, it's usually an oral report, so an oral presentation, which moves on to the next acronym, IOs. These are stand for individual orals. So this is the form of IAs for any language subjects, language A, language B, any level of the languages, where you are assessed through an oral presentation. So yeah. So instead of just writing an exam for the languages, they have to test the fact that you can speak it to varying levels depending on which language subject you take. And finally, most importantly, in the DP, you take 6 classes. 3 of them fall under the HL category, and the other 3 fall under the SL category. HL stands for higher level, and these are 3 subjects you take at the higher level where you go more in depth and breadth compared to the 3 subjects you take at SL or standard level. So there you go, folks. Those are the many acronyms of the International Baccalaureate or the IB. I hope that clears some stuff, and see you in the next video.